All right, how's it doing? Um, I've decided that what I'm going to do is something I've never done before, and that's make a lesson. Um, I've got no ability to edit videos and things like that, so I'm going to try and do the best job that I can, but bear with me a little bit on that. One of the reasons why I want to make a video is that I think you know one of the things about SBL is that it's a place to share information, share ideas. I think that's a really great part of the community. Is the fact that we don't just ask questions, we also offer advice, and so that's why I decided to do a video, because there are lots of people on the forum who are just beginning, um, and so what I'm doing is I'm going to make a lesson aimed at beginners. Um, but before I continue, I should say that I'm not a great bass player. I'm not. I don't have tons of knowledge, tons of experience. Um, you know, I'm not anywhere like Scott or anyone like that. But I have some ability to do some things. Um, so bear that in mind if you watch this. You use your own judgment as to whether or not you think you can. I'm a trustworthy source of information. Um, so basically, this is an exercise that I think is good for beginners. Maybe if you just picked up the bass yesterday, it might be a bit too difficult. But even then, I'd say have a crack at it, have a go. But if you've been playing a few months, maybe 6 months, you want to move things forward a bit, this is a good exercise, I think. What it does is that it really helps to improve your fretboard knowledge. It helps to teach you where all the different notes are. It helps to, if you're in a phase where you're stuck in one part of the neck, which is, I'm sure everyone goes through that. This helps to really pull you out of that, and it helps you to move along the entire neck. It opens up the fretboards in a sense. Now, basically, this is an exercise that isn't my own exercise. It's not one that I've invented, which is probably a good thing. It's an exercise that was described by Jaco Pastorius in an instructional video that he did. I think it was with Jerry Jamot, I think, if I remember correctly. And it's in a video called Modern Electric Bass, I think, and you can view it on YouTube, and it's got a PDF to go with it, and it's good. It really is good. But when I first watched this, I was just starting out on bass at the time. I mean, I probably would struggle to tell even where C was. And I watched this video and I thought, well, it's good, but I didn't understand it, because it was two expert bass players talking to each other, and there was a lot of, they didn't labour over the exercises in detail. Jaco basically just went, played it really quick, and that was it. And so I thought, well, since this is a really good exercise for beginners, I thought I would explain it in a bit more detail. So that being said, what is this exercise about? Well, it's an exercise about major triads, and we're going to play the major. We're going to play the major triads all over the fretboards, and that's going to teach you to know where the different notes are, etc. So, like I said, this is a video for beginners. So I should, I suppose, start off by describing what a major triad actually is. A major triad is the root, the third, and the fifth. You can also call the root the first, but I tend to call it the root. Root, third, and the fifth. What does that mean? Well, let's take a C major, the key of C major, for example. If you take a C major scale, C, let's turn my bass on, that'll be a lot easier. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C. Told you I was a beginner. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. That's the C major scale. So whilst you're playing the C major scale, you can do what I've just done and call out the notes as you're playing them. Another thing you can do is describe those notes, numbers, intervals, numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in that case, if you give them numbers, you're giving the notes numbers. So the C is the first, D is the second, E is the third, F is the fourth, G is the fifth. That's easy, I hope. And so your triad is just the first or the root. You can call the first the root as well. The root or the first, the third, and the fifth. That's your triad. That's your major triad. The root, the first, the root, the third, and the fifth. And so, in the case of C major, the triad, the C major triad, is root, third, the fifth, which is C, E, G. That's a C major triad. C, E, G. 3 notes: the first, the third, and the fifth. The C, the E, and the G. That's what a major triad is. A minor triad is the same principle, but it's based upon a minor scale. But I'm not going to discuss that now because there's no point in confusing people. So this is what we're going to do in this exercise. We're going to play major triads, and we're going to play them through all the keys, and we're going to play them through to the second octave. So what does that mean? Well, if you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the number 8 is the octave, it's the C again, just higher, it's an octave higher. That's your octave, that's your first octave. You've got your root, and then your second octave, it's just the same notes but higher. Well, not only have you got a second octave, first octave, root, first octave, I want to make that clear, root, first octave. Not only have you got the first octave, you've also got second octave as well. So when you're playing a C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, you can carry on. See what I've done there? I've carried on going higher, playing. So I play the C major scale twice. The first time up to the first octave, the second time up to the second octave. I'm going to write this down as well because some people might find it easier to read that rather than listen to me explain it. And we're going to do, as I've just ran through the scales to the second octave, I'm going to run through with the triads up to the second octave, right? And then back down again. So we're going to start off in A major, right? That's how Jacko did it, that's how I'm going to do it. When we play the triads, we're going to use these two fingers, right? So an A major triad is A, I've got amp problems, excuse me, A, C sharp, E, I'm using those fingers, A, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, E, that's your second octave, A, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, E, A, E, C sharp, A, E, C sharp, E. Now I've just called out the notes, and that will help you when you're doing it as well to call out the notes. That will teach you not only what are the notes in an A major triad, it'll teach you where those notes are on the neck, or at least some of them. Because in fact, when you play a triad or any other thing for it, any other matter, you know, you can play them in different shapes. You could go A, C sharp, E. You could even go A, you know, but all we're doing is using this one particular pattern, which is A, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, E, then back down again, A, E, C sharp, A. Additionally, we can say first or roots. Now I find it easy to say root, so I'm going to call it the root, but you can also call it the first. Root, third, fifth, root, third, fifth, root, fifth, third, root, fifth, third, root. And that'll help you know where the intervals are in relation to each other. It'll teach you that in relation to the root, the third is there. In relation to the root, the fifth is there. That's also useful. And because you're moving up and down the neck, you know, it's getting you moving up and down quickly. That's a great thing. Now we're going to move, next thing we're going to do is move to the next note. And then after that, we're going to move to the next note. And then after that, we're going to move to the next note. So, in other words, we're moving through the notes chromatically. That's what that means, chromatically, sequentially from note to note. So we play triads here. See what I mean? We've started on the A, then we go to the next notes. Now we've got a note A there, and we've got B there. That means if you move up from A, if you move up a semitone or move up a fret, that was my cat. Move up a fret, you're onto A sharp. But if you're on the B, Jake, if you're on the B, if you're on the A and then you move up one, you're onto the A sharp. If you're on the B and you move down a tone, a semitone, move down a fret, you're onto B flat. And what that means is that both the A sharp and the B flats are the same notes. In theory, you would say they are enharmonic equivalents. But you know, well, it's just the words. Enharmonic equivalents. They're both the same notes. So that means if you play A sharp major or B flat major, they're both exactly the same. The triads are exactly the same. The difference are the names that you give to the notes in this sense. And so, do you play an A sharp? Do you play this triad as an A sharp, or do you play it as a B flat? And I recommend that you play it as a B flat. And the reason why is that if you try to play it as A sharp, look what happens. Well, let's play an A major to start with. A, C sharp, E. Now we've got to A sharp, A, C sharp, C sharp, E sharp. So you've got a double sharp there, A, C sharp, C sharp, which is in fact a D. You don't put yourself through that, you know, make it easy for yourself. B flat, D, F, a lot easier to remember. Play it as a B flat. So let's start on the A, the beginning triad, A, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, E, A, E, C sharp, A, E, C sharp, A. Then to the next, B flat, D, F, B flat, D, F, B flat, F, D, B flat, F, D, B flat, or root, third, fifth, root, third, fifth, root, fifth, third, root, third, root. Right? Then on to the next note, B. Now, the thing is that I've run out of notes. So I could start here, but by the time I get up to there, I've run out of notes. Now I could either play, so because I don't have a B, I could play the B here, but like I said, we're sticking to the same pattern, we're sticking to the same shape. So to enable me to stick to that shape, after I played the B flat triad, I then start the B triad down here. Instead of playing the B triad there, I'm going to start down here. So I'm moving down a string, B, D sharp, F sharp, B, D sharp, F sharp. That takes me to that B. B, F sharp, D sharp, B, F sharp, D sharp, B. Right? Then I move on to the C. C, C, E, G, C, E, G, C, G, E, C, G, E, C. Easy. Right? Then, well, the next one is an enharmonic equivalent thing again, isn't it? Is that a C sharp or is it a D flat? Well, you can play it as either. I play it as both because you don't have this this problem of having double sharps. C sharp, E sharp, G sharp, you know, fine. Or D flat, F, A flat, fine. I play them as both. If you don't want to confuse yourself at the moment and you want to make it easy to remember, I would say start with C sharp, and then later on you can learn it as D flat as well. So after the C sharp, move on to the D, D, F sharp, A sharp, except it's not that, it's D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp, A, D, F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp, D. And then another enharmonic thing, is it D sharp or is it E flat? Let's play it as an E flat, because if you play it as E sharp, D, F sharp, you've got the double F sharp. You don't want to do that. E flat, G, B flat, E flat, E flat, G, B flat, E flat, G, B flat, E flat. And again, I've got the same situation as I had earlier with the B. I've run out of notes, so then I move up to back down here, start with the open string E, G sharp, B. Then onto the F, then onto the F sharp, and then onto the G, or the B, G flat if you want to play as a G flat. F sharp is also a G flat. G, A flat, and then the A. And then you're back to the beginning, and then you run through it all again. This may, at the beginning, it may take a long time for you to, if you really are just beginning to learn all of that, it can be difficult. Which is why I'm saying, you know, maybe you've got a few months behind you, 6 months behind you, you might find it easier. But it is a great exercise. You know, I know all the notes on the fretboard. I can move through each one very quickly. I know the whole thing. But even still, I still do this exercise every day. I think it's a great exercise. One of the things you can do when you start getting good at it is you can start trying to speed it up, maybe with a metronome, if you like playing with a metronome, and start speeding it up to play it faster and faster. And what that will do is not only improve your ability to play fast, improve your technique, hopefully, it will also improve your ability to switch to the notes quickly, so you can go A to A very quickly, move from note to note quite quickly. That's a great ability to have, because it makes it a lot easier to play when you know all the notes are off by heart, and that's basically it. That's basically the exercise. That's what it is. That's what I wanted to show you. If you are starting out and you've not heard of this exercise before, give it a shot. And I hope you found it useful, and I hope that you've been able to understand at least some of what I'm saying, because my accent's bad and my ability to explain things is appalling. But anyway, if you've listened to all of this, thanks very much, and give it a go. Cheers.